In the vacuum of space, a human being is less than 90 seconds away from a catastrophic death. To survive, an astronaut doesn't just need a garment, they need a personal, pressurized spaceship. This is the Extravehicular Activity suit, or the EVA suit. It is perhaps the most complex piece of wearable engineering ever conceived. Weighing over 300 pounds on Earth, it is a fortress of fabric and metal designed to withstand temperatures ranging from 250 degrees Fahrenheit in direct sunlight to minus 250 degrees in the shadows. It must protect the wearer from micrometeoroids traveling at 18,000 miles per hour, all while providing the oxygen, water, and pressure required to keep a human heart beating. Today, we go inside the manufacturing floors where these suits are born, moving from the raw chemical polymers to the final pressurized pressure test. We are looking at a machine that mimics the atmosphere of Earth, shrunk down to the size of a human silhouette. This is the engineering of the ultimate survival suit. First, we must understand the core challenge, balancing the rigid pressure and the need for human movement. It is a dance between physics and physiology, where every single stitch is a matter of life and death. The manufacturing process begins not with protection, but with cooling. In the vacuum of space, heat has nowhere to go. Without a cooling system, an astronaut would overheat in minutes from their own body heat. This is why the first layer is the Liquid Cooling and Ventilation Garment, or LCVG. It looks like a suit of long underwear, but it is a masterpiece of thermal engineering. Technicians hand-weave over 300 feet of flexible plastic tubing into a spandex mesh fabric. These tubes will carry chilled water across the astronaut's entire body, acting as a heat exchanger. The precision required here is immense. Each tube must be spaced perfectly to avoid hot spots on the skin. This garment is designed to sit directly against the skin, removing up to 2,000 BTUs of heat per hour, roughly the amount generated by a person running a marathon. The ends of these hundreds of tubes are then manifolded into a single connector that will eventually hook into the suit's primary life support system. It is the body's radiator, a complex network of veins manufactured to keep the human core at a steady 98.6 degrees, even while floating in a cosmic furnace. The next layer is arguably the most critical, the pressure bladder. In the vacuum, the human body would expand rapidly without external pressure. The bladder's job is to hold in 4.3 pounds per square inch of pure oxygen. This layer is crafted from urethane-coated nylon, a material chosen for its incredible airtight properties and flexibility. Manufacturing the bladder is a high-stakes process. Large sheets of the polymer are laser-cut into precise geometric patterns based on the astronaut's specific measurements. These pieces are then radio-frequency welded. Instead of using needles that would create holes, high-frequency electromagnetic energy is used to fuse the molecules of the two sheets together, creating a single, seamless bond that is stronger than the parent material. Once assembled, the bladder is inflated and submerged in a massive water tank. Technicians watch for even a single microscopic bubble, because in space, a leak smaller than a pinhead could lead to a slow but fatal depressurization. This is the skin of the spaceship, the invisible wall holding the vacuum of space at bay. Once the pressure is contained, we must protect the bladder. This is the job of the Thermal Micrometeoroid Garment, or TMG. This isn't just one layer, it's a 14-layer sandwich of advanced high-tech textiles. The innermost layers are made of aluminized mylar, extremely thin sheets of plastic, coated in silver and gold. These act as a thermos bottle, reflecting infrared radiation away from the suit. Next comes the scrim, a spacer material that prevents the layers from touching, which would allow heat to transfer via conduction. Finally, the outermost ortho layer is woven from a blend of Teflon, Kevlar, and Nomex. This combination provides a bulletproof-like shield. It has to be. In orbit, tiny particles of dust called micrometeoroids travel 10 times faster than a rifle bullet. This outer fabric must shred those particles on impact. The sewing machines used here are industrial heavyweights, driving reinforced needles through layers of material so tough they would break standard tools. Every seam is double reinforced, and every stitch is counted. This is the astronaut's armor, protecting them from the sun's radiation and the silent bullets of the cosmos. While the arms and legs are soft and flexible, the core of the suit is the hard upper torso, or the HUT. This is the structural anchor of the entire assembly. For modern suits, the HUT is fabricated from high-strength fiberglass or carbon fiber composites. It is molded into a rigid, vest-like shape that provides a fixed platform for the life support backpack to mount to. The manufacturing of the HUT involves laying down thin sheets of resin-impregnated fabric into a precision-machined mold, which is then cured in an autoclave under intense heat and pressure. The result is a shell that is incredibly light, but capable of supporting hundreds of pounds of equipment without deforming. After curing, the hut undergoes precision machining. Large circular openings are cut for the helmet and the arms. These ports are fitted with stainless steel or aluminum quick disconnect rings. These rings use a series of ball bearings and locking mechanisms to allow the limbs to be snapped into place in seconds, creating a hermetic seal that must remain airtight for years of operation. It is the chassis of the suit, the rigid frame that keeps everything together. Engineering a joint for a pressurized suit is one of the hardest problems in mechanical design. When you blow up a balloon, it wants to stay straight. Bending it takes force. In a pressurized spacesuit, if an astronaut tries to bend their arm, the internal pressure pushes back. To solve this, engineers use constant volume joints. These are fabricated using a specialized bellows design. As the joint bends, the fabric folds on one side while unfolding on the other, ensuring the internal volume of the suit never changes. This means the astronaut doesn't have to fight the internal pressure just to move their elbow. These joints are reinforced with stainless steel cables or restraint lines. These lines are meticulously calibrated to take the entire load of the internal air pressure, ensuring that the fabric layers don't stretch or tear. Each joint, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, and the knee, is a complex assembly of mechanical bearings and pleated layers. The elbow joint alone can have over 20 individual parts, all designed to allow for the grace of movement in an environment that wants to turn the suit into a rigid, unmoving statue. Bolted to the back of the hut is the brain and lungs of the suit, the Primary Life Support System, or PLSS. This backpack contains everything needed to stay alive for an 8-hour spacewalk. Within its titanium frame, technicians assemble a maze of high-pressure oxygen tanks, water pumps, carbon dioxide scrubbers, and a radio system. One of the most critical components is the contaminant control cartridge. It uses activated charcoal and lithium hydroxide to strip carbon dioxide and odors from the air. There is also the sublimator, a clever piece of engineering that uses the physics of space to cool the suit. It allows a small amount of water to freeze into a layer of ice, which then sublimates or turns directly into gas in the vacuum, carrying heat away from the suit's water loop. This entire system is controlled by a dedicated computer that monitors over 30 different sensors, from battery voltage to oxygen flow rates. If any of these systems fail, a secondary emergency oxygen pack is automatically triggered. Building the PLSS is an exercise in extreme miniaturization, packing the life-sustaining power of a room-sized laboratory into a box that fits on a human back. Before a spacesuit ever leaves Earth, it must undergo the torture test. Every suit is placed inside a thermal vacuum chamber, a massive steel vat that pumps out all the air and cycles the temperature from blistering heat to cryogenic cold. Here, the suit is pressurized to 1.5 times its operating pressure to ensure structural integrity. Engineers monitor every sensor, looking for the slightest drop in pressure or a spike in humidity that might indicate a failure. They use infrared cameras to check for thermal leaks where cold might seep in. There are also mechanical tests. Robotic arms flex the joints thousands of times to check for wear and tear on the cables and fabric. This is the moment of truth for years of engineering and months of handcrafted fabrication. If a single stitch fails, if a single weld on the bladder cracks, the process starts over. There is zero tolerance for error. When an astronaut steps out of the airlock into the infinite void, they do so with the absolute confidence that this 300-pound personal spaceship is the most reliable machine ever built by human hands. From raw polymers to the final seal, the EVA suit is a triumph of engineering, the ultimate garment for the ultimate frontier. I hope this deep dive gave you a new perspective on the strategies and the relentless mindset behind these global icons. If you enjoy deconstructing business empires and tech legends in this tech archive style, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. That way, you will never miss a new blueprint of history. For those of you ready to explore more boardroom coups and technological breakthroughs, I have handpicked 2 videos for you right here on the screen. Click one to keep watching. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.